Gold Coast mother Heidi Stback was on Monday sentenced to 9 years prison for the manslaughter of her 4-year-old son Tyrell Cobb in 2009. "I loved him more than I could possibly describe," Stback, 36, said as her sentence was handed down, the ABC reports. "When he was taken away from me, I lost my life as well." 4-year-old Tyrell was taken from his mother over the course of a weekend. He left kindergarten on Friday, May the 22nd, 2009, never to return. When he was taken to hospital 2 days later, on Sunday night, his body was covered with more than 70 bruises. He was unconscious. There were bruises on his ear, and a cigarette burn on his ankle. He died from blunt force trauma to the abdomen. The last hours of his life must have been miserable and painful, Justice Applegarth told the court, News Corp reports. "I have not caused the injuries that I have been blamed for. I believe it's a mistake," Stback told the courtroom. The court heard that Stback hit Tyrell across the face on Friday evening after picking him up from daycare, because he'd vomited, and that she wouldn't take him to receive medical help on Saturday, even though he was unwell, and went instead to pick up cannabis. Despite his violent death, there were no suspicious circumstances that might have led Tyrell's teachers to believe something was wrong at home, the court heard. According to reports from the ABC, he was a well-dressed boy and always carried the healthiest lunch. In the week before he died, he was wearing a bandage on his hand because his finger had become infected after he jammed it in a toy box. While receiving treatment for the infection at hospital, nurses did not notice any unusual markings on the 4-year-old's body, the ABC reports. "She was a good mother when she was stoned," Stback's partner at the time Matthew Sko said while giving evidence. Sko was with the pair over the weekend Tyrell was killed. He was also the person who called the ambulance when he checked on the 4-year-old in the night, after hearing a gargling sound, and finding him unresponsive. He walked free from court in October after serving 2 years and 8 months behind bars and being handed a 4-year suspended sentence. As he left the building, he was photographed smiling at the cameras, making headlines because of his apparent insensitivity. "Doest he realise, a little boy is dead?" The Premier of Queensland, even, Anastasia Palaszczuk told media she would ask the Attorney General to review Scous's sentence because of his lack of remorse. In the 8 years since Tyrell's death, Stback has maintained she did not strike her son. She pleaded guilty to manslaughter, understanding that if she'd taken Tyrell to the hospital earlier, he would have died. But she has always denied being the person to cause the injuries. "You've lied half your life. You know how to lie," Stback's brother told her over text message while the pair were discussing the case, the Courier Mail reports. The prosecution showed the court how she became aggressive when she was deprived of cannabis. That she'd lied to her family about the extent of her addiction.